Good evening friends, this is Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer at Treasury Consulting and also a venture capitalist. Today, standing at MBS, Marina Bay Sands, we are going to be shooting a 5 minutes video about a topic about the future of investment and asset advisory. Now, as you very well understand that in the last 1 month, more than 30,000 jobs have been wiped out. You call this JP Morgan, DBS, Standard Chartered, UBS, Barclays, Bank of America, including Goldman Sachs, everybody participated. The media number does suggest that 30,000 jobs have been wiped out. However, we don't know what was an exact figure. We also know that Deutsche Bank and Commerce Bank is set for a merger, and that merger maximum 1 month away, and I don't expect not less than 10,000 jobs will go from here as well. But I'm here finding an opportunity in the problem. And that opportunity in the problem is that the investment in the asset advisory is actually changing at a very faster note, according to me. You know, currently there are many business schools, without quoting the name, we have in Singapore, we have in Hong Kong. I hope you got the guess. Those who are giving so many courses about wealth management, asset advisory and the investment advisory. But according to me, the investment and the asset advisory is giving you an opportunity. And that opportunity is nothing but the bespoke. I don't know how familiar you are with the bespoke portfolio, how much you know about the bespoke portfolio, how you wanted to know whether as a MBA, Masters in Business Administration, or might be or any other degree which you are holding, you ever been taught about this. But we need to appreciate that bespoke portfolio is the future. Now, sitting today at Singapore, when Singapore is facing a deep competition with the Hong Kong, and we know that without quoting the name of the bank, one bank has already winded up the equity shop in Singapore and they go to Hong Kong because of the better bespoke product which they are getting in Hong Kong than in Singapore. And I'm damn sure that Singapore government is trying best to keep this bespoke desk here at Singapore. We need to understand that bespoke portfolio requires some multiple skills. I don't know, and this video I'm specifically making for traders because I'm also a bespoke person. We already created a bespoke and one bespoke is under construction. So we need to appreciate that the bespoke requires the following thing. Number one, you need to have a holistic understanding of all the 6 asset classes, which is FX, equity, IR, energy, weather and whatnot. Secondly, you need to understand the quantitative trading, exactly how quantitative trading is happening. Remember that yesterday I did shoot a video about quantitative trading. I'm not talking about quantitative mathematics, so don't take me otherwise. I'm not talking about the linear and all these things. I'm talking about quantitative trading. 99.99% business schools in this globe do not teach quantitative trading. Third skill which you need is that how the cross asset is happening. So example, you have some product in FX, you need to create a product which is of FX, equity and energy. You need to create in such a way, that is what bespoke is. See, if you don't know, you might have a wonderful understanding of the 6 asset classes, but you do not know how to create the cross asset, then it's of no use practically. Fourth important thing, you should know how to take the pricing from feeders, where you need to know Reuters and Bloomberg. I don't know how comfortable the people, those who are watching this video, are with Reuters and Bloomberg, but you need to be very comfortable on the rig wise on Reuters and Bloomberg, and you should also know that exactly what are the pros and cons of the data. With deep indemnification, we also need to appreciate that both Reuters and Bloomberg are not 100% correct. There are many places where Reuters and Bloomberg are not 100% correct. They have the loopholes we need to see. Fifth important thing, and last, maybe second last, which we need to know is that how we can take the pricing from Reuters and Bloomberg and how we can change according to the requirement. Because if we speak from a Reuters angle, there are 75 asset pricers which we have. So total asset classes as per Reuters are 4 and there are 75 pricers. Since we have 75 pricers, we also need to understand that these 75 pricers do not giving everything what it's supposed to. But a client may come from any angle. So example, Singtel. Singtel today contacting DBS, and DBS head of trading need to make a bespoke according to the Singtel requirement. He cannot go to the Reuters and Bloomberg and say that I don't have a pricer, so I cannot make it out. It might happen, they may go, but that doesn't mean that every time the pricer is available. Because once the pricer is not available and you need to refer multiple pricers to have one simple thing, this is what bespoke is all about. Sixth and very important thing, which why do we need bespoke, is basically how you price it. This is where your business mathematics come into play. Now, of course, here the work is pretty less, in the sense like we know that there are very less player we have in the bespoke, and don't forget one of the players is strategy consulting as well. We have very less player in the bespoke, and once you are a bespoke player, then you would be able to price your product pretty well, because competition is almost zero. Henceforth, all my trader friends, those who really wish to participate in investment and asset advisory in a countries like Singapore and Hong Kong, they need to remember very carefully that one important thing which both these countries require now, and fortunately for us, both companies are vying for the same piece of pie in the cake, which is the bespoke. Now, at both of the places, which is Singapore and Hong Kong, the competency of the bespoke is getting limited after every second day. We know that, like, let me give you an example of a society journal. Society journal is winding up the prop desk, commodities desk, BNP Paribas winded up equity desk. There is no confirmed news on the GS, so I cannot tell you. But I have some information about GS. So we need people, those who can come on the board and take the prop into the control and the bespoke into the control. But for that, the heavily expertise is required. With this, I would like to thank you very much from Singapore. Feeling sad, the trip is coming to an end, but the next trip is ready, which is 3rd May 2019 till onwards. So I thank you, Singapore government, for once again. Thank you to such a beautiful country who gave a lot in this trip. What was expected, Singapore gave better than that, and we always cherish on the one note that this country is really a wonderful country of the globe, competent country, always on the toes, always try and do something different. As a trader, if you really wish to see your potential in this country, you need to remember that this country is really looking for people, those who are good in the bespoke area. For any further discussion, you know my mobile number 919899242978. You know our fixed income platform www.fixedincome.global. Thank you and have a wonderful time ahead from Singapore.